You're watching Channel 13 WTHR Indianapolis. Live from Indiana's news channel, Tom Cochrun and Ryder. Bob Gregory's AccuWeather forecast and sports with Dave Calabro. This is News Channel 13 Tonight.
Good evening, Indiana. I'm Tom Cochrun.
And I'm Ann Ryder. Stephen Goldsmith's 1995 re-election prospects could be hurt if he runs for governor in 1996. That is according to an exclusive News Channel 13 Interact poll done today. The
telephone poll of 500 Marion County residents this afternoon shows a public divided on the day the mayor announced for re-election. David McAnally now with some interesting poll results.
Margaret and I'd like to make what by now is a surprise announcement, I guess.
The mayor says he wants to continue his unfinished agenda: community policing, downsizing government, education reform. But will he serve out a full second term if re-elected?
I don't know.
The mayor says he's still thinking about running for governor next year. Many of the things he wants for the city, he says, he can do from the State House.
First of all, he's clearly made a decision that he's running both for mayor and for governor. And he ought to be candid with the voters and tell them that. And then secondly, I think the citizens of Indianapolis ought to get acquainted with John Sweezy. Because if Steve Goldsmith fishes his wish and is elected mayor and then governor, John Sweezy will pick the next mayor of Indianapolis.
Sweezy heads the county GOP.
Mr. Thomas Patrick O'Brien.
One of the Democrats seeking to challenge Goldsmith for mayor believes the mayor's ambitions are a negative.
We cannot tolerate a mayor who plans to run our city by proxy from the governor's office.
And voters...
Like I said, I think he needs to stay put. He's doing good as mayor.
You want somebody who's going to be there for their term to take care of everything that he starts to do and finishes it.
An exclusive Interact 13 poll taken this afternoon shows 51% of Marion County respondents would vote against the mayor this year if they thought he would run for governor next year.
I don't think he'll be greatly hurt, but I think it'll be an issue. I think the Democrats will bring it up, and rightly so, but I think that the mayor's being forthright.
They're all always trying to get another job. It happens all the time. Yeah, it concerns me, but what do you do about it?
I think he has obligations to the city in his old position, but then he could be still representing our city if he became the governor of the whole state. So I think if he's got a good chance to go for it, go for it.
A note on that poll: it was taken this afternoon, and poll takers warn that it may overrepresent women and older people because they're the ones most likely to be home that time of the day.
You know, if people in the Democratic Party still pay attention to Ann Delaney, it sounds as though from what she was saying that they're going to make an issue of this.
Yeah, you bet they will, but some of the mayor's allies give him credit, say he should be given credit for at least acknowledging that it's on his mind, unlike other candidates recently who have said one thing and then done another.
Right. It'll be interesting. David, thank you.
Sure, Tom.
Attorneys in the Christopher Stevens trial will present closing arguments tomorrow morning in a Tippecanoe County courtroom. Today's final day of testimony was an emotional one as family members from both sides took the stand. Chris Stevens' stepmother testified she received a letter written by Chris from prison confessing to the murder of Zachary Snyder. Stevens' older brother Mark also took the stand. He told the jury Chris admitted to him he killed the 10-year-old boy. The defense team presented no witnesses. The case could go to the jury after closing arguments tomorrow. News Channel 13's Jane Harrington will be in Lafayette with updates tomorrow at noon, 5, and 6 o'clock. Well, the father of 2 teenagers killed in the Carmel triple murder will testify at a bail hearing for one of the suspects tomorrow. Attorneys for James Walls are trying to convince a judge their client should be released on bail. So far, testimony in the hearing has been damaging to Walls' case. A Hamilton County police officer testified today a 4th party overheard Walls discuss with 2 other suspects how easy it would be to commit the crime. The bail hearing is expected to last the rest of the week.
Former Supreme Court clerk Dwayne Brown should learn Friday if ghost employment charges against him will be dropped. Brown's lawyers told a judge today he did not receive a fair trial. They want the charges against the client dismissed. A grand jury indicted Brown last summer after employees in his office said he had them perform political campaign work on state time. If the judge rejects Brown's motion to dismiss on Friday, a trial date could then be set.
A bill which should go before a Senate committee hearing tomorrow may be welcome news to Hoosiers. The legislation would reduce the growth in Indiana's property taxes. Another welcome change, lawmakers lobbied for a bill today that would cut the excise tax by 15%. That bill is now ready for a final vote in the House. And House Bill 1530, debated today, would make it possible to be a midwife in Indiana without having to be a certified nurse.
The big bad New York Knicks come to town for their only Indianapolis appearance of the regular season.
And Dave Calabro is with us with some highlights, lowlights.
Some bummer tonight. You know, the Pacers looking to go to the All-Star break 10 games over 500, but not going to happen. Rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals, but this time the MSA crowd went home a little bit low. Started out great for Indiana. They put together a 16-2 run. Look at Reggie right here. Running the break, he had 15 in the first half. Pacers in cruise control up by 14, but Patrick Ewing and John Starks went from cold to hot in a hurry. Both guys with 24. Here's how it went for the Knicks. Derek Harper goes 3-on-1, time running out in the first half, and he scores and heads for the locker room. The Pacers lost by 19. Coming up in sports, Don Hine will have more from Market Square. Plus, we're going to go down to Assembly Hall where the Hoosiers had a rough night with Minnesota. So I'm full of all kinds of great news tonight.
How aren't you, though?
Man, unfortunately.
All right.
All right.
Thank you. Still ahead tonight, an Ohio man accused of viciously paddling his son plea bargains in return for a highly unusual punishment. We'll tell you about it.
And if you're always worn out, you may need more than exercise and a good diet. Allison Gilman explains. But first, a look at first weather with Pat Carlini. Pat?
That's right. Thanks a lot, Ann. We're dealing with a dry evening tonight. No rain or snow out there, but boy, it is cold. 6 degrees is what we have right now. The wind chill well below 0. 16 is what we had earlier today, and a 4 for the morning low. So it almost seems like it was colder than this morning, but we're still doing a little better than that. Back to the same single digits now for tomorrow morning with the winds out of the west. Now, the winds will start to shift tomorrow, coming out of the south, and that's going to warm us up just a little bit. So coming up, one of the warmest days of the week, lasting for just 2 days, and then we get back to the same old winter weather. So we'll show you more on that in just a little bit when we come back.
Menards can help you update your bath with stylish products from Elger. Drop-in sinks and toilets are on sale now. This lab is only $38, or this water-saving toilet is just $59. While you're remodeling, replace your shower with a beautiful glass shower ensemble from American Shower and Bath. Choose from a square or neo-angle style for $275. Save on bath remodeling at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Doc, I'm really worried about my fat intake. How can I lower my cholesterol level? I don't know.
If only kids cared about what they ate as much as you do. Well, they don't. That's why there's Lightly 97 hot dogs from Hormel, with only 1 gram of fat and 1 great taste. So, until kids care about what they eat.
Well, I gotta do something about this root beer belly.
Lightly 97 from Hormel, the one to serve.
Wow! Now! You can save big time at Color Tile's Bigger, Better clearance with bigger, better savings. Ooh. Every Berber carpet on sale like Stainmaster Plus, $9.99 installed. Ceramic floor tile, wall tile, clearance priced up to 73% off. Vinyl tile, 101 styles and colors, 99 cents or less. Laminate flooring, $3.99. Wood parquet, 37 cents. Verticals, any custom size, any color, $89.99. Wow! For the nearest Color Tile, call 1-800-NEARBY-YOU. Sale ends Monday.
Buying a new car doesn't have to be a difficult choice. Oldsmobile has simplified the buying process with feature-packed cars at a price everyone can afford.
You have the power.
It's tax time, and your Hoosier Olds family retailer is clearing out all inventory. Everything's got to go. Supreme, Sierras, Olds 88s, and 98s.
You have the power to choose.
At your Hoosier Olds family retailer.
Later on The Tonight Show, Frasier's David Hyde Pierce discovers what Jimmy Carter and Dolly Parton have in common.
Dolly's a Southerner, and you're a Southerner, and you're a prominent statesman, and Dolly is, well, just plain prominent. Yeah.
And Alexandra Wentworth gives those burger guys a lift.
Get in the back, the front's real stinky.
Hey, good idea. NBC tonight. And on Conan, Spalding Gray plus MTV's Kurt Loder wonders whatever happened to sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
He's just trying to keep healthy, you work out. It's dull.
Jurors in the O.J. Simpson murder trial heard some chilling testimony today.
They listened as the man who discovered Nicole Brown's body testified to what he found. Sucru Bostepi testified that he found Nicole Brown's body just past midnight on June 13th. He told the jury he was led to Nicole's condo by her distraught dog, which had blood on its paws and legs. The The testimony comes as prosecutors attempt to establish the time of death.
Thousands of police officers are being dispatched to communities across America in an effort to fight the growing problem of small-town crime. President Clinton announced additional funding for more than 7,000 new police officers today. The funding for the officers is part of the crime bill the president signed into law last fall. The president noted large cities already have received extra funding to put extra patrols on the street. Now he says it's time to crack down on crime in small towns. Today's announcement comes on the heels of the House passing a second crime bill. The measure would make it easier for courts to consider illegally obtained evidence. A retired Air Force general is President Clinton's choice to run the CIA. Michael Carns is a decorated Vietnam War veteran and served as a military consultant in the Persian Gulf War. If he's confirmed by the Senate, Carns would replace James Woolsey, who resigned in December.
It was an eye for an eye in Ohio City this week. Prosecutors in Troy, Ohio, asked that a man accused of viciously paddling his 10-year-old son get a taste of his own medicine. Rex Woodall got 3 whacks from a police officer with the same paddle he is accused of using on his son. Instead of facing felony charges, Woodall plea bargained for the paddle. Gang members turned bread bakers. Coming up next in our Crackdown on Crime series, find out how some boys in the hood transform street smarts into business savvy.
And if you want a good laugh, stay tuned. Coming up a little bit later, a special report on some of the best blooper moments on News Channel 13.
He's got it. Okay, now what's going on?
I'll get it.
Uh-oh, you need a paper towel. Well, actually, you need a paper towel with Ultra Thirst Pockets. Introducing a whole new Brawny. With thirst pockets so thirsty, they can absorb your biggest, messiest spills. New Brawny with Ultra Thirst Pockets. There goes the mess.
No one says I love you like Walgreens. Start by picking out some Russell Stover chocolates. Walgreens always has the best variety. Then choose the perfect Hallmark card from Walgreens' tremendous selection. And top it all off with his or her favorite fragrance. Choose from Cool Water, Fahrenheit, White Diamonds, Liz Claiborne, and more. At Walgreens, selected designer fragrances are 15 to 30% less than department store prices every day. Say I love you the Walgreens way and save.
If George Washington were alive today, he would probably buy a Pontiac Grand Am during the Pontiac PAC's President's Day tax deals going on all month. It'd be dandy for crossing the Delaware with the safety of dual airbags and anti-lock brakes, and it comes with a revolutionary Pontiac Cares program. And because the Pontiac PAC wants to avoid inventory taxes, George would know he was getting an honest deal, just $228 a month with $1,000 down. No lie. Oh, and Grand Am comes in a nice cherry red. So take advantage of President's Day tax deals and get a Grand Am by George. See your Central Indiana Pontiac PAC dealers.
Watch for falling prices.
We see the prices falling.
It makes quite a bit of noise back here.
I would sound like money, like change falling.
It means that I can buy things for a lot cheaper here.
You got the lantern battery and the grape cranberry juice.
A coffee pot, fish food.
Like Charmin.
I came to buy a bedspread, and I got everything.
Who doesn't like something that goes down in price, you know?
That's why I come to Walmart.
From homeboys to doughboys. That's what happened to some gang members who make bread their business.
It is part of a Jobs for the Future program at a Los Angeles church. And hands that were once used to hurt are now used to bake. It's 10 o'clock p.m., a time Tony Barragan used to spend with fellow gang members on the streets of Los Angeles. Now he spends his nights with these fellas, lumps of dough that by morning become loaves of bread and another way of life.
I don't mess around no more, I don't gangbang, you know, stay out of trouble now.
Staying out of trouble is the secret recipe behind the Homeboy Bakery, a business that banks on selling gourmet breads while ending urban warfare. The bakers are former gang members looking for work and a way out. The bakery's private donors are looking for alternative solutions to the gang problem.
If your take on gang violence is that it's a symptom of despair, then you want to break the cycle as surely as you can, and a job seems to do that. What's true here will be true in any other major city where you have poverty and hopelessness.
You teach me how to make my money the right way, and not risking out there selling dope or something, you know, and going to jail. Right here, you get your money the right way. And
The right way means $6 per hour, but it doesn't mean financial success for the business. Recently, the Homeboy Bakery was forced to lay off 5 workers until orders increase. But like the bread, optimism here is on the rise, and there is a waiting list of gang members hoping to one day trade in their weapons for aprons. The Homeboy Bakery sells wholesale to area hospitals and universities, averaging about 1,500 pieces per day. An accused killer is tonight's wanted fugitive locally. 27-year-old Bobby Lynn Walls is charged with a shotgun murder in New Orleans. He may be in this area. Walls is 6'1" and 175. He uses the alias Robert Coleman. Bobby Lynn Walls is dangerous and violent. If you know of his whereabouts, call Crime Stoppers.
They're pleased to announce that Bob Gregory will be back tomorrow evening.
We'll be glad to have him back.
Yeah. Of course, after the blooper tape that we're going to show soon, maybe he won't want to come back for a couple more days. That's right, too. And the weather is certainly not going to warm up any over the next week or so. We still are right in the middle of winter time. However, we're not going to see quite as much snow as we originally thought with this front coming through tomorrow. So we'll show you that in just a moment. Here's a look at our sky cam view of the city now tonight. A crisp and cold evening out there. It's very chilly. I think mainly because it's just so dry that wind is just kind of bone chilling. Currently now at the airport, we're checking in with the single digits of 6 degrees. Humidity's at 72%. The winds are out of the southwest at 6, and the barometer is 30.28, and that is falling. Here's a look at our satellite photo now tonight, putting the clouds in motion for you, and you can see a storm system in the west. This is the one that we were watching to move through the Midwest and bring us a little snow for tomorrow, but it doesn't look like it's going to make that much progress now, so it's going to stall out and pretty much stay in the western half of the region there. Here's what we have now on the radar map. We've got some snow over in the West Virginia area, moving on up to the east, but we are in the clear here, a little bit to our north, but just not a whole lot really to watch for in the way of snow or rain around the area. Here's our jet stream now. We are right in this cold band of air. The jet stream just to our south, coming straight down from the north, so that's what's keeping us cold, and actually the cold air is felt all the way down to the northern part of Florida, where they woke up to the 40s today, so quite cold for those folks. It's going to flatten out a little bit for us tomorrow, the next few days, which helps us warm up for a day or so. We have temperatures in the 30s for tomorrow, and that's going to be one of our warmest days of the week, really. And then after that, that cold air continues to filter in. By the weekend, we are right back to where we started from, with the very cold air and the single digits at night. Here's what we have as far as temperatures for tomorrow. We're looking at mostly 30s in our area, so actually it's a little bit better than it has been for us. Here's the 30s for us tomorrow, and everything to the south is just a little bit warmer. So a couple of days of temperatures in the 30s, and then we're back to the cold stuff. Here's the forecast now for you tonight. We're looking for fair skies, westerly wind, and that is up to about 15. Temperatures 2 to 6, a cold, cold night ahead. Now what we're looking for is those winds to shift just a little bit by tomorrow afternoon. So you can see already in the morning hours, west-southwest wind, which brings in just a little bit warmer air for us. 9 degrees in the morning, but by the afternoon hour, we're going to be up to the 30s, so that's going to help us quite a bit. Some flurries developing late in the afternoon and then into the evening hours as well. For the next few days, those temperatures, as I mentioned, stay in the 30s for one more day, hanging on, and then they start to really drop, and we're back to those cold wintertime temperatures over the weekend. Not a whole lot of snow to look forward to, but at least a couple patches of flurries here and there, and sometimes, as we learned the other day, those can really kick in and give us a little coating, so we'll keep you posted on the snow amounts.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
You know, if exhaustion is a way of life for you, maybe you're not getting enough sleep. Perhaps you need more exercise, or perhaps you could improve your diet.
Or it could be a sign that you're worn out emotionally. HealthCast reporter Allison Gilman is here with the conclusion of her Get More Energy series. Allison?
And ever since childhood, we're all taught not to be selfish, and so for some people, it may seem actually kind of greedy when you take time out for yourself, and there are so many people clamoring for your attention, and you have so much to do. But self-expression and exploration is every bit as energizing and important as getting enough sleep and eating 3 square meals every day. 41-year-old Barb Fish of Indianapolis loves to spend these cold winter nights playing her piano. It was her passion in college, and the fire has been rekindled. This divorced mother of 2 teenage sons is finally taking a bit of a breather in her personal life to explore her creative side, something her job and motherhood left little time for until recently. Part of Fish's personal quest for more emotional and spiritual energy can be found in this yoga class, where she discovered immediate benefit from deep breathing, flexibility and strength moves, and peace of mind.
There's less of a struggle, less of a conflict within myself, and that has, I think, allowed me to feel more energetic.
Many of Fish's classmates are working women with families who tied the knot at the end of their ropes and have been hanging on and finally decided just to let go.
It has really helped them focus, that they're much calmer at work, that they deal with their colleagues much more calmly. Stressful situations don't seem to throw people as much, because this is about balance. That's really the bottom line, is finding balance and a sort of inner core strength.
You ready to go for a walk? 39-year-old Jane Hildenbrand Rudat, a human development specialist, found effective ways to reinvigorate herself.
When you energize and have quiet time, you might call it taking a walk with my dog, Betsy, or reading, meditating, praying, whatever you want to call it, whatever that is to you, just taking that ultimate quiet time. It's the mind part, it's the energy part of us that keeps us alive and keeps us moving.
Rudat encourages those she works with to take risks. For her, it was taking a modeling class and posing for this portfolio. Rudat said the new challenge built her confidence and self-esteem. It made her happy to accomplish a personal goal, and it gave her a huge energy boost she carries with her still. If you're bogged down by too many obligations, Rudat said, it's time for you to reprioritize. Make a list ranking the most important things in your life, concentrating on the top 3, and then get rid of all the stuff at the bottom. She said either those are the things that don't make you happy, or you do them because you feel like you have to, not because you want to.
They'll drive you crazy. Just say no.
That's it.
3 important words. Thanks.
Thank you, Allison. You do have to take some time for yourself. Just maintenance. Big night for hoops in the Hoosier State. The Pacers took on the Knicks at MSA.
And the Hoosiers tried to improve their standing in the Big Ten. Did they pull off that much-needed win over Minnesota? Dave has highlights next in sports.
What are you guys doing here?
Mrs. Phillips doesn't want us to start today.
What?
She said she tried to call you a dozen times.
I never got a message.
She said your line was always busy. And how's she going to talk to the answering machine if you're talking on the phone?
That's a problem.
That's exactly what Mrs. Phillips said.
Ameritech voicemail answers your phone when you're on the phone. Order now and get 1 month free.
So what good is this answering machine?
Ameritech, your link to better communication.
Rootworms. That's my problem. I'm as concerned about the environment as anyone.
You might think it would take an army of insecticides to handle all of your demands.
No-till means changing insect problems, like cutworms.
But it doesn't.
I've got to keep my rescue herbicide options open.
Because now,
a guy's got to watch out for his family.
Thanks, Dad.
Bye, hon.
All you have to do is call in Force, the responsible choice. Now available in a low-rate 3G formulation.
Gets hungry neath the big sky. A big deal, hope you're driving by. Gather up all the young'uns inside. This deal's made for a big appetite.
It's 4 for $5 time. 4 Arby's beef and cheddar sandwiches for just $5. If you love cheese, you can't beat beef and cheddar, and you definitely can't beat this deal.
Saddle up, hurry on by. It's better out here beneath the western sky.
It's 4 for $5 time.
We're having breakfast and talking with
Roberta Janice.
How you doing, Roberta? Now, we've replaced the name brand cereals these kids usually eat with Meyer brand cereals, and can they tell the difference?
Doesn't look like it.
Hey, doesn't sound like it either. And they cost less, too.
This week, get all varieties of Meyer cottage cheese, only 99 cents each. And find Meyer Anniversary Cornflakes, pre-priced at 99 cents, now just 88 cents a box.
You know, this cereal looks great, but it's got me thinking of something.
What's that?
Lunch.
Well, good evening to you. You know, the Pacers may have taken the Knicks to the wire during the playoffs last year, but during the regular season, New York owns Indiana. Dale Davis had to sit this one out as the Knicks nixed the Pacers for the 6th consecutive time. Here's Don.
Hey, it started just fine. The Pacers were doing everything right. Reggie Miller was hitting jumpers from everywhere. It was 16-2 good guys. Then, old nemesis John Starks heated up 2 homers. Derek McKee matched that with a three-point play, and the Pacers led by 7 at the quarter. Patrick Ewing got the Bockers in gear second quarter. And when Derek Harper charged the hoop at the horn, the Pacers were down by 6.
Well, how about that for a nice little turnaround, huh? 14 points up to 6 points down at the half. The question is, will Rick Smith show up for the second half?
The answer is no, but nobody else showed up either. 3 field goals for Indiana third quarter. Larry Brown says his big guy was miserably mugged.
He gets fouled on every single play. And nothing, and then he ends up fouling out. That's what's so incredible to me.
Rick had 18 with 9 boards, but this was simply a case of no Pacers manpower. And Ewing and Starks having 48 points evenly split between them.
We were undersized tonight with Dale going down right before game time. That was tough, but no excuses. They played better than us.
Reggie finished with 22 and is off to the All-Star game. We are too. Dave starts his reports on Friday. 96-77 Knicks. I'm Don Hine with the Pacers for News Channel 13 Sports.
And Don says Reggie is okay. The Pacers blow a chance to pick up ground on the Central Division because the Cavs lost. The Magic roll. The Heat beat the Bullets by 4. The Atlanta Hawks win. Hornets all over the Pistons. The Bucks have an early lead. So do the Jazz. Chicago and Portland just underway. Same with the San Antonio Lakers. Houston, Sacramento, same deal. The IU Hoosiers, meantime, have hit rock bottom. The Big Ten Conference title looks like it's way out of reach for the Cream and Crimson. Minnesota drops Indiana to 5-5 in the conference. Some highlights from this ball game for you. Slow game. Alan Henderson had a monster game, though. 26 points, 20 rebounds. IU up by 4 in the first half. The Gophers with the buzzer beater before halftime. Townsend Orr with the jumper. Indiana scored 18 points in the first half. Oh, I can't believe it either, Coach. Wow. Second half, here's the backbreaker. Minute 30 left. Jason Walton with the jumper. Gophers up by 5. Rashawn Leonard ends up with 21. 64-54 your final. Here's Paul Stouter with more from Assembly Hall.
A very hard game to watch, especially in the first half. We had more fouls and more turnovers on each team than we had field goals. 18-18 at the break. Then Rashawn Leonard exploded for 19 of his 21 in the second half when the Gophers pulled away down the stretch.
I've played a lot of great games and I've lost a lot of great games, and I want to win all ugly games in the future. So tonight was not really a pretty ball game, but we played well enough to win.
And we just don't have enough margin for error to make some of the mistakes that we make. We've got to play awfully well to beat good teams.
When my seniors are healthy and playing, we're a good ball club. So when Jason is able to play and Chad, it really helps for Sean to get shots. They know how to get him open. They know how to get the basketball to him, and also they're a threat to score, too.
The Hoosiers are going to struggle to get in the NCAAs now at 5-5 going into the second half of the Big Ten season, and Purdue coming in on a roll on Sunday. They could be in trouble after tonight's 64-54 loss to Minnesota. Via Skypath from Bloomington, I'm Paul Stouter, News Channel 13 Sports.
Long night for the Hoosiers. Ball State won, though. Steve Payne with 18. Wabash and Rose Holman win. Manchester's machine keeps on rolling. Wittenberg beats Earlham. Top 20, no surprises. Kentucky and Syracuse win. Wake Forest was upset, though, tonight. Missouri beats Iowa State. Virginia and Georgetown. Also final scores for you. That's sports. We'll see you tomorrow night with much more on the Pacers and talk more about the Hoosiers' loss.
All right.
Thank you. We'd like to think we bring you flawless performances every night, but it's live TV.
Flawless performances?
Ah.
Well, next, a rare look into our own blooper chest. Some of the most memorable goofs and blunders by News Channel 13 staffers. You won't want to miss it.
Eli likes to get panels.
Buy a Buick now and axe the tax. This is your last chance before the tax deadline to get a brand new Buick for less. Look, savor. Best value according to IntelliChoice. Kiplinger's calls Park Avenue the best in its class. Roadmaster is a Consumer's Digest Best Buy. Buick is a Carolina's top 10 in quality according to J.D. Power. It's tax sale time. Axe the tax and save on America's quality and value leader. Hurry into your Central Indiana Buick dealer now.
Reggie, Shaq, Ewing, Hakeem, Sir Charles, Mr. Robinson, and Dave Calabro.
That's right, me. I'll be in Phoenix to cover the All-Star Weekend.
Join Dave live for a behind-the-scenes look at the NBA superstars Friday night on News Channel 13. And catch the All-Star Game Sunday night starting at 6 o'clock. Dave Calabro live from the NBA All-Star Weekend. It's coverage you can count on, only on News Channel 13.
It's taken 12 months to get to this point. And now, we're getting nervous. It's time for Best Buy's audio-video model year-end clearance. We've got too many TVs, VCRs, stereos, camcorders, speakers, and components. So we cut prices and mark down hundreds of audio and video products. Plus, get no payments for 6 months on everything at Best Buy. Hurry in now, because time runs out Saturday.
Tonight on NBC, Dick Clark hosted a comedy special of bloopers from popular TV and news programs.
We thought you might enjoy seeing some of the blunders that we've made around here.
It's not easy making a fool of oneself on TV.
Where's guys? Oh, in the 60s up north, in 70s.
Rain is on the way. We'll give details when it's going to get here tonight at 11.
He may give you a kiss, Roderick. I don't know.
Eli likes to give camel kisses. Oh, my God. That was Eli's way of saying hello.
Do I have some help for you? Pumping up your energy level can be easy and fun. But most of all, you choke to death.
Prop, please. All right. How about tennis ball size hail on your automobile? That would not be too good. There you go, Donald. He's got it. He's got it. Okay, now what's going on? Ball one. Okay.
Puxatawny spills, Bisika, and Silver Corona.
This is a News Channel 13 News Update.
Hold on. I caught it. Good for her. Been there, done that. You were missing Tom Cochrun.
Yeah, I mispronounced my name last week.
year. Yes, I've got plenty too. Guess we edited them out, huh?
Right, well, that's just a start. There's more.
Just a start.
Only the beginning.
Pat takes a last look at your Thursday forecast when we come back.
Imagine getting carpet 50% off, padding 50% off, installation 50% off. That's more than a sale. It's a mammoth grand opening event. New York Carpet World opens 4 great new stores in Indianapolis and Lafayette. Right now, save 50% on carpet, padding, and labor. Premium carpet styles, big selection, half off. With any carpet, half off pad and half off labor. Grand opening celebration, incredible half off sale at New York Carpet World through Saturday night.
Ever wonder why they use dummies in those crash tests? It's simple. Dummies don't have pain and suffering. Dummies don't have big hospital bills. Dummies don't worry about missing a paycheck. You're not a dummy. And Tabor, Fells & Tabor won't let you be treated like one. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, call Tabor, Fells & Tabor at 236-9000. We'll help put your life back together again.
Is your toothbrush old? Or is it just old-fashioned? Now there's a breakthrough in toothbrush technology. The new Sensonic brush from Teledyne Waterpick. The Sensonic brush is designed to clean hard-to-reach places, 30,000 strokes per minute of sonic motion that gently scrub away plaque and reduce stains. Don't settle for an ordinary toothbrush. Experience the Sensonic difference. Available at Lazarus.
Savings on all 95 Toyota cars and trucks? Your Indianapolis Toyota dealer's tax sale makes it official. Toyota dealers must reduce inventory before March 1st. That means huge savings. Get great lease deals on Camry, great deals on all new Tercel, even Toyota 4Runner. Savings and incentives on select cars and trucks. Save on Toyota 4x4 and 4x2s. Buy now and get low financing plus no payment for 90 days. I know it's a great time to buy. Get the most for your money now at your Indianapolis Toyota dealer's tax sale.
Well, ma'am, tomorrow morning?
Yes, another cold start today. Single digits and wind chills below 0, so be careful heading out. Some snow flurries in the afternoon.
Thanks for watching.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno is next. We'll see you tomorrow.